Proudmoore's finest, at your service. Anchors away.
Brothers and sisters in faith and in humanity, what's awesome? Peace be upon all those who genuinely seek peace and work for it. My name is MuslimGamerTV, also known as Rock, and I start this stream like anything else I would start, in the name of God and with thanks to Him. This stream is of my gameplay of World of Warcraft, playing as a demon hunter, potentially tanking in some dungeons, but yeah, it's the first time I play in over a year, I believe, of a break. And when I say my first time, I mean the first time on my demon hunter. I tried the new class, the Evoker, for a bit on some streams on Twitch, and I believe I exported the streams to my YouTube channel here, so if anyone's curious. I also in those streams quite a bit, maybe 2/3 of the streams are about my impressions of this expansion and the Evoker class and some of the issues of I felt plaguing the game, not just World of Warcraft, but the gaming scene generally speaking. I talked about things like how Blizzard and similar high-profile game devs and game publishers nowadays are almost ashamed of saying male and female. They're almost ashamed of using the sexes, and instead they're using words like body 1 and body 2 because of this identity and gender identity agenda and stuff. I talked in a lot more detail about this issue. I also talked about how the gender, not the gender actually, the gender is like an intellectual or
Proudmoore's
like
finest, at your service.
Is there a sound? Oh my god. I'm so sorry if yeah, I keep track of course of my wait a minute. Like I have the stream on the side, like my own stream, just to see like if everything's fine, and I wasn't sure if I muted. Yeah, the tab should be muted, so I'm not exactly sure why I heard myself. I thought I heard myself, but I think I think the tab was muted just fine. So
Anchors away.
anyway, so what was I saying? Got distracted by this possibility that I have the sound of my stream in the background and you can hear echoes and stuff. So yeah, I talked about the gender issues. Yeah, and the gender is like a sort of it's an idea, but sexes is like the biological sex, the scientific thing that you cannot, like, no one can argue about because it's like science and biology and stuff. So now they're like basically the companies, high profile companies, and companies generally, the general culture, media generally speaking, whether gaming media or movies or music, the music scene, popular culture, let's say, pop culture generally nowadays is trying to basically confuse biology with psychology, trying to confuse science with philosophy. What do I mean by this? I mean, gender, they're trying to basically mix gender and sex. So that's, gender, that's philosophy, sex is science. Gender, that's an idea, or psychology, it's like gender is like an idea or a psychological concept. And then you have sex, which is biology. It's biology, it's not psychology, it's biology. And now they are like mixing both of them. How? By basically depicting this the evoker class. I talked about this as I said in those streams, so please check them out. I streamed them on Twitch, but then I exported them on YouTube, so they are like archived videos now. But I forgot, while talking about this issue, I forgot to highlight this difference. That now I talked in detail about how Blizzard is basically depicting the male and female evoker almost equal, not in value, equal in shape and in quantity, like not quality but quantity. So equal in shape, equal in dimensions, everything, like they're like equal to each other, as in 1 + 1 = 1, as in like a square equals a square. So with the same shape, same dimensions, everything is the same. So it's not the equality from the justice, perspective. No, it's more like similarity or sameness. Even similarity is not even the word, because because men and women are similar. We are similar because we have similarities. But no, it's not similarity. The right word here is sameness. Sameness. It's like we're the same. They are saying that we are the same, but are we the same? Of course not. We are not the same. Science tells us that men and women are not the same. Biology tells us that we are not the same. And even economy and business and profit and what have you tells us that we're not the same. How? I talked about this when I mentioned, like, men's sports and women's sports. That's like when money talks, basically. So money talks here. People who sponsor sports matches, sports events, and what have you. This is money here. We're talking about money. This is business. So they're not going to basically jeopardize their profits for fluffy feelings and psychology and philosophy. No, they have to basically use science. They have to use numbers, because this is money. This is money, profits, percentages, and so on. 1 + 1 = 2. They're not going to be wishy-washy about it and accommodate people's opinions. No, they would have to follow facts, statistical predictions, accurate numbers, and so on. And this is why they stick to science. This is why when it comes to profits and what have you, they will go for science, and they won't care about psychology and people's opinions. They will stick to facts and science and what have you, and biology and so on. And this is why they separated men's sports and women's sports. Why? Because sports is serious business, it's profit. So they didn't mix them. They didn't try to pretend that men and women are the same. When it came to what? When it came to sports,
finest.
they emphasized that they are very different. How? By separating them, by giving men and women their own sports category, and men their own sports category. Is it what do you think that the corporations and decision makers and the elite separated women's sports from men's sports out of justice, because of their goodwill? Of course not. It has nothing to do with justice. It has absolutely nothing to do with doing good or justice or being fair to women or anything like this. Absolutely not. It has the only thing that this separation has to do with is profit, money, because sports spectatorship is very, very serious business. So yeah, they didn't dare mix things up, because nobody's gonna watch the chaos that would result from mixing women's sports with men's sports. Nobody's gonna watch that, because it's gonna be too chaotic and not organized. They won't be. I mean, you won't be able to have fair matches. You won't be able to do this. So yeah, they separated them, just because it would jeopardize profits and money making if they mixed them. But in games, it doesn't matter. It actually pandering to the misguided masses' ideas and psychology and misguided opinions and unfounded opinions, like opinions not founded on anything concrete, not founded on facts, science, statistics, numbers, anything like this. They can pander to this in a game, and they can do all these things. Because, as I said, it doesn't affect their profits. Actually, it could increase their profits, because they get clout with, as I said, the misguided masses. But the price that we pay is that we subconsciously, at least on a subliminal level, we don't feel satisfaction controlling these wishy-washy character, that don't have character, that don't have yeah, exactly, that's the word. So we start controlling characters that don't have character, as in we start controlling alter egos or protagonists, our own representation, virtual representation in the game, like this this character here. We start controlling them, but they don't have character. They don't differ. They don't, like, the differences between for example, our male character and like our male evoker and a female evoker are very superficial and minimal. They don't provide satisfaction on a deeper level, because we become a cookie cutter no matter how many, how many superficial ornaments and little differences here and there, like a tattoo shape, the shape of the tattoo is different or what have you. No matter how many superficial differences we apply to our characters on a subliminal level, on a subconscious level, without consciously even being aware, but on a subconscious level, deep down inside, our subconscious knows that we have that our evoker character has no character. It's not unique. It doesn't have its own personality. It's the same as especially when it comes to the difference between the sexes. Our male evoker, or like if we are controlling a male, quote unquote, because there's no male anymore, isn't it? It's body, it's body 1 and body 2. There are no there are no males and females in the game apparently. Blizzard took the words away. It's just body 1. It's a type of body. The male body is a type of body, and the female body is a type of body, and that's the thing. You become a type of body. You become a cookie cutter. You become a thing. You become, as I said, identity-less. You become genderless, sex-less, identity-less, and just it's just as I said, it leaves a bad taste in one's mouth. To control these identity-less, gender-less, sex-less husks, sorry excuses of characters, alter egos, or protagonists. Like the evoker, my evoker doesn't look that much like, no matter how much I tried to make him masculine and different, like, or at least like strong, bulky, or no matter how much I try. Whenever I look at my evoker, supposedly he's supposed to be male, he just looks like female evokers. He's very, very similar to female evokers. And I don't want to look like a female. I'm a guy. I don't like, even in real life, I grow a trimmed beard. I try to go to the gym. I try to be muscular. I try to look like I try to look masculine, and I want my like, as you can see even here, like in this game, like the Demon Hunter, I want my virtual representation in the game to look as masculine as possible. Have broad shoulders, tall, strong, muscular, have a trimmed, neat beard, or facial hair, generally speaking, just to look like as masculine as possible. But then, as I said, looking at my evoker, it's very difficult to differentiate him from the female evoker, and that's what I mean. The characters, these new body 1 and body 2 philosophy and character creation. Hey Burberry, wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. It's good to have you. So yeah, it's just, as I said, leaves like a sort of a bad taste in one's mouth, in one's mind to look at these characters now and feel like they don't really have personality or a difference between, like, there's no difference between male and female. And as I said, they even took away the words. There's no male and female anymore now, and it's just body 1 and body 2. Yeah, so I talked a little bit. I didn't say these exact things in this previous stream on Twitch, which as I said, I put on YouTube, my YouTube channel recently. But I talked about other aspects of this whole thing. I talked about like other details. I went like I wasn't like showing my Demon Hunter as now. I was showing my evoker class, and I also showed like the character creation screen for the evoker class. And I talked in detail about some of the other things, and then also the thing that this new also. I mean, they've added it a while back, but I wasn't streaming when they added it. This one eye, like you also have the customization option now in your character where you can one eye can be blind or like weird, and then the other eye can be natural and healthy. And this is like the Dajjal thing, the Antichrist thing, and I talked in detail about the Antichrist and this sort of customization, and I even showed a gallery on Imgur that I've had like put together a long time ago to basically show the tens upon tens of examples in gaming, in video clips, in popular culture of this one-eyed creatures, like the glamorization of the one-eyed look, the glamorization of the Antichrist look. And I said, who asked for this? Whoever asked Blizzard or any other gaming company for the option of making one eye blind? who did this? Like, how what's the percentage of gamers who have ever asked any gaming company, oh please, we would like to have characters with one blind eye. It would be so fun. Whoever asked for this? What which gamers, or what is the percentage of gamers who have went to companies and said this? Oh please give us the option of making one eye blind. That would be so cool, walking around, with one functional eye, like having our characters with one functional eye. Who said? I mean, some people who when they want to like role play pirates and stuff, they could ask for this patch. Yeah. Some people can ask for a patch because they want to role play being pirates and Yar and what have you. But whoever asked Blizzard for a visibly blind eye, then this new look of or whatever, even if it's not new, if it's not a new look, it's this look in Overwatch. What's his name? This of course this classic tank in Overwatch. I can't remember his name now. But yeah, of course it's weird that I can't remember his name. But anyway, people know what I'm talking about. The biggest tank in Overwatch. Now he has like one blind eye and one functional eye. It makes me wonder, like, who asked for these things, and who asked for to see, even if that's part of the lore of the character or what have you. But why show it, especially in a world like Overwatch? Why can't like, with all the technology in Overwatch, why can't these characters simply have like one function, like one eye that looks like a natural eye, but it's like I don't know, a machine or what have you, but it kind of looks like. Yes, brother. The Western culture, absolutely. The Western culture wants us to be soft. Yeah, like women, exactly. It's the emasculation of men, absolutely. Basically hyper or feminization, like hyper feminism or radical feminism, being very popular nowadays. And I sometimes even call it pseudo feminism, because you're not really defending women's rights when you basically, like, let's put this in the context of World of Warcraft. If you, I talked about this also in the previous streams, that when I said the previous streams titled "A Veteran Tries Dragonflight for the First Time," and I tried the Evoker and stuff, and I talked about this. Basically, in Shadowlands, in the expansion Shadowlands, all the good and effective leaders, all of them without exception, were female. If people think about it like deeper, and all the evil and ineffective and scummy and impotent leadership was male. Like, try to go through every single leadership you can remember in Shadowlands, and you will find that any leadership that was impotent, ineffective, stupid, shirked its responsibilities and ran away, evil, pure evil, with no redemption, that was male. Any leadership that has the qualities was male. And any leadership that was compassionate, effective, wise, even, and I said even, evil leadership of the evil leadership of the Banshee Queen. Even the evil leadership of the Banshee Queen was redemption. Toward the end, the Banshee Queen was presented to players in a way that redeemed her. She was like, she tried to repent and what have you, and she was redeemed. But look at the male side. As I said, until the end of Shadowlands, all male evil leadership was never redeemed. And until now, we still have like the king of the prince, or who's now the king of Stormwind. Until this moment, he has shirked his responsibilities or ran away and what have you. So yeah, all ineffective, impotent, stupid, evil, pure evil leadership with no redemption was male. And any leadership that was exactly the opposite, effective, compassionate, wise, good, a little bit evil, but was redeemed, that was female leadership. And is this like inclusivity? Is this feminism? That's not feminism. That's excluding the males, like excluding the role of the man and the male from society, in the subconscious of players who play these games. So yeah, we have this from a long time ago. It's not just about the emasculation of men and making men weaker and more feminine, and making men attracted to being just like females, and vice versa, making females want to be like males. It is also this underhanded, kind of cunning
Anchors
way
away.
of insulting masculinity and ridiculing masculinity and staining masculinity. Basically, it's a form of what was that word about the hatred, the hatred of men. Yeah, misandry. So we have misogyny, the hatred, like the hatred of women, and then we have misandry, the hatred of men. So yeah, it is a form of misandry. It's not feminism. That's not feminism. That's radical feminism and misandry. So yeah, many issues in World of Warcraft, like and games generally nowadays. So yeah, I talked about this and in the previous two streams, but I don't want to, like, repeat anything I already said in those previous streams. But it's just, yeah, it is it's kind of sad. And as I said, on a subconscious deeper level, it affects your satisfaction when you play. Like, as a guy, like if a guy, I know I'm not going to diss guys who play female, characters. I understand that some guys sometimes they play female characters not because they want those female characters to represent them. It's more like, it's almost as if as if this female, like if this was a female character, the guy who's playing the female character, he's treating her as a companion, more like a companion to him, rather than a representation of him or a projection of him. So I'm not going to get into this or argue about it, but I'm going to say that when a guy wants the opposite, like sometimes I understand a guy, wants like a female companion, maybe a little bit of loneliness in real life or what have you. I'm not going to judge, maybe not. I'm not going to judge anyone who does this or talk about it. But I'm just going to say one of the possibilities, the guy is controlling a female character because he's longing for this, feminine companionship or what have you. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe that's not. Maybe that's another reason. That's fine. But let's say, like, a guy wants to to control a male character because he he basically wants that male character to represent him, to be a projection of him, sort of a projection, kind of like how I'm personally, like, I'm not going to talk for anyone else. I'll talk for myself. So this character here, Torkin, I want him to sort of be my virtual representation in World of Warcraft. I want him, like, if it's kind of like immersing myself. So I'm like, once I get into the game, now of course I'm talking about real life and I'm talking about issues. But once I start playing, okay, and I forget about real life for a while, gaming becomes an escapism for me. I want to forget about real life. I want to forget about our brothers and sisters in Gaza, in Palestine, and it's good I remember them. Please remember them in your prayers and your good wishes. But yes, sometimes the pain is too much. I want to forget about it for a while, and I want to play a game as a form of what? Escapism. I want to escape real life and get immersed into Azeroth and this fictional world. When I do this, I do it, while controlling this character here. As you can see, I try to make him, as presentable as possible, look the best possible, and also look masculine, because that's what I want as a guy. I want to feel like there's I don't know, my fictional alter ego, or my fictional protagonist in this world is like, I treat him as a projection of myself in the world. I want him to look good, because I like that. I like to look masculine, I like to look good, and so on. But now, if I'm controlling the evoker, as I said a while ago, the evoker leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because I'm like, no matter how many times I look at the evoker, he doesn't look that masculine. He doesn't look that different from a woman. And I don't want to look like a woman. Not because I hate women. It's because I actually like women. It's because I like women enough to want to, look masculine, to look presentable. And at the same time, I like women enough to not like to marry a masculine person or a guy. If I want, of course, this is aside from being Muslim. Of course, homosexuality is forbidden in Islam. But with this aside, let's pretend, I wasn't. Even if I wasn't, even if I weren't Muslim, I would be attracted to a feminine woman, a woman who is feminine as possible. If I were, that's because I'm heterosexual. I'm not homosexual. I'm straight or heterosexual. And because I am, the more feminine a woman is, the more attracted I would be to her. And the less feminine she is, the more I wouldn't be attracted. And similar, and that's the thing. If I were attracted to masculine persons, you know, I would be probably, as I said, homosexual and get attracted to another guy. But I don't. I'm not attracted to other guys. I'm attracted to women.
Service.
So this is why, you know, I don't want my character to look like a woman, because I don't want to be attracted to. I don't want to be controlling, you know, a woman in that sense. So every time, you know, to get back to what I was saying about the evoker, every time I look my evoker, it just leaves a weird bad taste in my mouth because he looks feminine. I tried to make him as masculine as possible and as imposing and strong as possible, but I failed. Why? Because Blizzard didn't make that, you know, possible. Blizzard's design principles. I showed the what was it? Thunder brushes. And I talked about this the other day, but I'll try to show it here. Yes, here it is. Yeah. So I talked about Thunder. Yeah, in the other stream. You know, this is indeed what it looks like nowadays.
Anchors away.
World of Warcraft. Yes, you can you in the customization you can make it a little, just a tiny bit thicker in like the chest. This what he said here. Where was it? Yeah, here, like right here. It says like, you know, make the chest like a little bit this way, chunky and what have you. Yeah, you can kind of do this a little bit in the customization. You know, Blizzard added it, but my character still doesn't look like this. This guy, indeed, he has like a thicker skull, a wider jawline, a thicker neck. He has this masculine aspect about him. But my character looks closer to this creature than he looks closer to this. And so my character, and look at this. Like when you compare these two, this looks very close to feminine side, and this looks very close to the male side. And then we have this. You know, look at this. And I said, why didn't Blizzard get inspiration from this to make dragonkin, humanoid dragons who walk on two legs? Why not take inspiration? Look at this, the male, and I'm talking about the male. Why not use this, you know, art here? And we're not bringing any alien art. Like this is Thunderbrush. He's not from Blizzard. He was doing it out of respect, as he says, you know, just making a few suggestions. But this is in-house. This is from Blizzard itself, not something alien, not like, you know, someone suggesting anything. That was from Cataclysm. So why not take inspiration from this art here to design the male Draxir, make them look like very powerful, you know, imposing, strong, masculine, you know, why not? And then, you know, when designing the female Draxir, you can go for that. But yeah, and I said, I know why. It's because, you know, gender fluidity is part of the agenda, the popular global agenda nowadays. And like Brother Burberry said, part of also the other agenda of the emasculation of men, making men more feminine, but it's not just focused on men. It's also about making women more masculine, about merging, you know, both, like bringing both of them so that they both lose their identity. The idea here is that the man loses his identity and the woman loses her identity, and then they merge into this fluffy, identity-less, gender-less, and sex-less creature. And then, you know, why is this? Because when you don't know who you are, as I said this in the other stream, when you don't know who you are, when you don't have an identity, you are easier to control and you're easier to lead. Why? Because you don't know. You know, it's like, I don't know who I am. I don't know what gender I am. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? Then the elite shows up and says, oh, we don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We, you know, basically the elite shows up to treat you like sheep and say, oh, we don't worry about it. We know exactly what you should be. We'll tell you what to do. We'll tell you, you know, how to change your gender and what direction to take and what you know, where should you go in life and what should you do. And of course, what people should do is they should be loyal corporate slaves. You know, like first and foremost, and then whatever else they can do. They can be consumers and consumers of everything, consumers of you know, physical products in the supermarket, and consumers of pop culture and so on and so forth. So yeah, when people are identity-less, gender-less, sex-less, They're much easier to control and much easier to lead. And that's why all of this is being propagated and done in games, sometimes at the expense of profit. Like it leads to less profits. When companies do this, it leads to less profits. Why? Because as I said, when you look at your evoker, people who want to be masculine, they're not going like on a deeper level. They're not going to feel satisfied. And women and like girls or female gamers who play World of Warcraft and who want to play the evoker class, they're also not going to feel on a deeper level. They're not going to feel like full satisfaction from playing the evoker class. Why? Because they like, at least on a deeper level, they feel like their evoker doesn't have an identity. Exactly. We're not allowed to have our thoughts. We are only to think what they want us to think. Exactly. Sheep. You know, what we're allowed to do is just be sheep in life, and they become our shepherds. You know, to lead the way. The elite, the rich, the corporation owners, the executives in Blizzard, the executives in all gaming companies, the richest people, basically the biggest stockholders. Yes, this world is in a scary place. Absolutely, brother. Absolutely. And many will not know the truth. Absolutely, unfortunately. Very, very unfortunately. That is the reality. Most people today, they don't know the truth, and very, very sadly and unfortunately, I think some of them, or maybe even most of them, will never know the truth. Because in a way, they almost kind of, it's almost like, the what was it, this syndrome, when a slave likes his shackles, or wants his shackles or her shackles, it becomes a sort of thing. Or when the prisoner basically falls in love with his with the person who imprisoned him, or when the kidnapped person loves and feels compassion and sort of passion toward their kidnapper. All these things is like a disorder, and in a way, a lot of people nowadays are living this way. They are shackled slaves, and they desire and want and enjoy their shackles. And some know the truth and will never break free. They are broken spiritually and mentally. Yeah, exactly. I absolutely agree with this. Absolutely. I think many of us feel these moments in a way. Yeah, Stockholm, exactly. That's the one. That's the word I was looking for. Stockholm syndrome. Absolutely. Jazakallah khairan. Yeah. But that, that's the previous statement. Absolutely. And I think the interesting thing about that statement, and some know the truth and will never break free because they are broken spiritually and mentally. That phrase, what basically catches my attention the most about it, is that I think many people, not everyone, but I think many people, I wouldn't, perhaps just a wild guess, 75%, like 3/4 of the world population today, maybe a little bit more, maybe 8 and 10 people, they can relate to it, but not as a permanent state of being. What I mean is that some people can probably, or most people can probably relate to this statement as a temporary state of mind, where where basically where like you temporarily feel broken, you feel like drained, you feel too weak, you feel too helpless, you feel like you're overwhelmed and can't do anything about it, and everything in life is just against you and what have you. I think most people, if not everyone, but I think most people went through these moments, went through these states at some point of their life temporarily. But then I think most people, they have social support, they have support from like co-workers, family members, friends, and what have you, and they receive some encouragement, and they get reminded of their victories, of their little victories, like celebrate your small victories or small wins. And that's I think like good, like people, a lot of people have good in them in a way, so they tend to remind each other, to remember your strengths, remember your good deeds, remember your small wins or small victories and what have you. And Wow. I just noticed that there are way too many dropped frames. I don't know if the stream is like really stuttering. Of course, I'm not moving a lot, but I hope at least my voice is not stuttering. I hope so. Um, I might have to like after at least finishing the talk and before starting to actually play properly, I might have to pause like or like basically stop the stream just for a minute or two and then restart it as quickly as possible, just to see what's wrong with the connection. But yeah, to finish that point that I was talking about, that hopefully I my at least my audio is not stuttering too much. Um, Perhaps a lot of people felt this broken, but only temporarily, and then they stand up again. But yes, unfortunately, more and more people in today's world, they are, I think, becoming broken permanently. And I think for a sad example of people like that are homeless people. Like if someone were to ask me, like who do you think falls under this category? Like some know the truth and will never break free. They are broken spiritually and mentally. Okay, Jazakallah khairan for telling me, brother. Um, so yeah, if someone asked me like who would you say belongs to this category, that some may know the truth about many things, but they are just they won't be able to break free because they are broken spiritually and and mentally. I think, for example, a good example of this and a sad example of this are homeless people all around the world. I think when someone reaches the point that they become homeless, and I'm not talking about I'm not talking about someone who became homeless like, I don't know, for a few days to a month, for example, or 2 months, and then they got back on track. I'm talking about long-term homeless people, people who have been homeless for a year or more, or several years. Yeah, this is one of the saddest examples in today's world
Proudmoore's
of
finest. At your service.
semi-permanently broken people, mentally and spiritually. So yeah, those people exist, people who are broken, like as a semi-permanent state in their life. They exist, and one of their classic examples, in my opinion, are homeless people, like long-term homeless people. But others, I don't know. Others, maybe other examples include um, chronically bed-stricken, or basically chronically sick people who almost never leave home. Um, they might be broken, like, I'm not gonna say semi-permanent, but very like broken for like in the long term. You might be broken like in a serious way, because of course all of this is like, these things are seldom or almost never black and white in that sense. They're always like, there's always like a gray area, and it's like, and the gray area is like
Anchors away.
it goes through the various shades of gray. So the closer you are to black, let's say, of course, and I'm not talking about skin color here, it's just a metaphor. The closer you are to black, then that's like the closer you are to the dark side of that dark world of being broken and have you, and vice versa. And the closer and the lighter the gray, or the closer you are to the white area, the more light you have in your life, and less darkness that you have within you, and so on. So and that's where basically homeless or long-term homeless people would be like on a very dark side, where they are like really broken and they're like semi-permanently broken and what have you. But then just before them, you could have chronically sick people who are at home and that almost never leave home. In a way, they succumbed to the difficulties rather than tried to overcome them, the health problems and what have you. So they're also like in sort of a dark place. And of course, all of this is not this is not a judgment either against like homeless people or chronically sick people. I appreciate, like, I've had health issues for a very long time, so I can appreciate sometimes like how sometimes it's out of our hands to actually get out of health issues, because they are just so overwhelmingly powerful, or like they take away a lot of our energy and ability to cope and what have you. So it's not easy to basically pursue the means of health when someone has already become very ill with something. But yeah, broken people, they are, I think, increasing, unfortunately. semi-permanently broken people. There are more and more of them every year, very unfortunately, and it's a very, very sad state of affairs. I do hope that, you know, with time, people are gonna wake up and get out of this modern slavery. We are, in a way, almost in a modern modern slavery state of being, like the political state of the world and the economic also state of the world is almost like a prime example of modern slavery, and it's covert. Like that's also another word I would add: covert modern slavery. It's not so obvious, but it's there. You know, people being enslaved in a modern way, and it's like not too obvious, not in your face, but it's there. The slavery is there, and it's affecting people. But anyway, I guess I've been at it for almost 3/4 of an hour now talking about this. I can mix a little bit of gameplay with the talk now. The bars are green, like the upload bars are green on OBS. So I guess I won't stop the stream. I'll try to keep going and see how it goes. But if the picture or the sound becomes too stuttery, please let me know, and I'll just restart the stream very quickly.
It's Shaw. Matthias Shaw.
I'm not even sure I did this before or not. I mean, I might have, because...
Sleep with... I appreciate that you reported in so quickly, Champion. You will ship out with the 3rd Fleet. Speak to Captain Angelica when you are ready to embark.
Well met.
Because I have this option. I've heard this tale before, and of course I remember this option. I used it several times before, but at least right now, at this moment, I don't remember how many times I did this mission. So I'll just do it. I'll go for it. I'll go for it, and maybe if I see the first few moments, maybe I'll remember it. I don't know. Maybe not. I'll see.
Safe travels.
I don't know why would there be a queue for this? I mean, Blizzard is so strange lately. Like even in Overwatch, while doing the PvE missions, I can't remember what they're called now. Overwatch 2, I mean. They also
War's finest at your service.
They also put me in a 2-minute or 3-minute queue. I was like, well, just let me start, man. I actually didn't feel like playing with anyone, like the PvE missions. It's PvE. So I was like, just let me start, and if anyone joins me later on, let them join me, you know? Why do you want me to, why put me through a queue? Or at least, I mean, I think they should give the option. You know, they could also give the option. I appreciate this is an MMO. So, the normal thing is to play with people, but give the option, give me a pop-up message says, do you want to, search for, people, search for company to do this mission with, or do you want to start, solo and let others join you in the middle if they want? And then I can pick, I can say, I want this, I want that, give me the option. And similarly, for others who join later on, for example, Blizzard can give them the option. You can say, there is already someone in this mission. Would you like to join them or start from the beginning? And then that person picks what they want. I want to join them, or I want to start from the beginning. The lack of these options is just confusing me a bit. Oh, so far this is not ringing a bell. For some reason. Maybe I wasn't here when they did this. I don't know, like I wasn't playing when they did this. Like I've done Legion, the beginning of Legion, I've done it so many times, so I skip it nowadays. But this one, I'm not sure, I don't think so.
Brothers and sisters of the Alliance, hear me. The Horde's cowardly attack on Teldrassil brought war upon us and made clear what is truly at stake. Their war chief's goal was not to capture a single city, but to destroy our way of life and snuff out hope for generations to come. To secure our future, the Banshee Queen must answer for her crimes. Her dark reign ends today. Together, we will drive her evil from this...
He didn't finish. What the hell?
Soldiers, fall and stand as one! For the Alliance! King Anduin is leading the assault. Push past the reserves and secure the battlefield. The smoke is so thick. These goblins must be stopped. Focus on the shredder.
Yeah, also the burning of Teldrassil or Darnassus, I missed that one. Oh, oops, I kept my hand on the button. I was saying that the burning of Darnassus, I missed that one completely. I've never seen it. It's one of the things I kind of feel disappointed about, like, you know, that I wasn't there when it happened. So that was like, I saw, like I went to Darnassus later on afterwards, like after it happened. I think I wasn't playing the game when it happened, so I never saw it. But then I saw like the aftermath, and I was like, oh my god! I have memories from Vanilla WoW. I have memories in Darnassus from Vanilla WoW. I was like, oh my god, the city! What happened? And I never got like after, despite leveling several characters from level like 1 and level 10 after this, I was never able to experience the events of the burning of Darnassus, so like see how it happened and what happened. And that's one of my letdowns in the game. Like where can I experience this? I want to see it. Like I want to see the events, the cutscenes, and you know, see like how it happened and stuff. But so far I've never been given the option while leveling to basically see these events. I would really like to see them one day.
A little help here?
All units to the gates! Victory for the Alliance! It's over, Sylvanas! The walls of Lordaeron will soon come crashing down around you!
You have no idea what you're up against, boy king. We've only just begun.
I've never seen anything like it.
Anything made can be broken. Get, follow me!
Enough meddling! The towers! The towers! Prepare the blight! Let it rain down upon their armies!
There must be another way, War Chief.
This is no time for sentiment, High Overlord. war demands that we take a more direct approach.
It's killing her own troops.
Destroy them!
She's raising their bodies. We must evacuate the wounded!
The Blight is too dangerous, my king. We cannot afford to...
The Alliance leaves no soldier behind. Not this time.
My king, our siege towers are lost. Our numbers are waning.
Father, help me. I need your guidance. I need...
The Blight has broken our ranks!
Our assault has been for nothing.
What now?
Jaina.
Alliance! Forward! China! The wall!
We end this now.
Jaina, thank the light you've come. You are sorely needed in this fight.
I stand with you, my king. The Horde will pay for its crimes. I'll block off the entrance so our forces can regroup. hold for long. We should not linger here.
Sound advice. Sylvanas didn't have much time to prepare for this attack. We cannot afford to underestimate her. Everyone, fall into position. We strike on my command. Again, I need you to cover our backs. It's too risky to funnel everyone through the side of the keep all at once. There will certainly be traps.
Agreed. I'll guard the rear flank.
Let's move.
Jaina, block the exits. Don't let them call for reinforcements. Excellent work, everyone. Let's keep moving.
I'm ready.
It is you who is outnumbered now.
That army is enormous. Give the word, and I will teleport us to safety.
If we turn tail now, we just become prey. No. We will fight, and die if we must, for what we believe in.
Your time is up, King Anduin.
Victory for the Forsaken!
Alliance, hold your ground!
Let us even the odds, King Ring.
Illyria, thank the light you've made it.
I am known for my timing, Your Majesty. Mekator, are you ready for battle?
Indubitably! I brought some extra machines for backup. Feel free to give them a spin.
Jaina, Gen, help me with Blightcaller and Lord Damar. Illyria, take the rest of our troops and focus on routing the enemy army.
As you wish. Champions, with me!
My machines are at your command!
Look who joins the fray. Good. I was hoping you'd keep this interesting.
I assure you, Blightcaller, the pleasure is all mine.
The fools.
Those traitors must be dealt with.
Pull them back!
Retreat!
No! They must not escape! The Horde is falling back again? What is their strategy here?
That accursed blight blocks our path. Our forces can't follow her.
We can't let the war chief escape. Capturing her is the only way to win this war.
Understood. We will not let you go alone.
Mechatork, can your flying machines get us past this blight?
I don't have many of them, but the ones I do are at your disposal.
So be it. Champions, with me, Mechatork. Backtrack through the keep with the rest of our forces and station them at Brill. Be ready to strike on my command.
You've got it!
Stand aside, Saurfang. This war is not yours to bear alone, and there is no honor in killing you.
Your father was a man of honor, boy. You know nothing of the sort. I will never stand down. I eat, sleep, and die by the sword. What price have you paid for your people?
My father gave everything for the Alliance. The question is, are you willing to do the same for the Horde?
My life for the Horde!
Champions, hold!
No. I demand an honorable death.
My father once said that Varrock Sourfang embodied the honor of the Horde. He admired you for that. And so do I. Listen to me. There is no honor in this.
That is not for an Alliance king to decide.
At this moment, it is. Take him to the stockades. When I return, we will speak of honor, and how it may yet be reclaimed.
If you return.
We've done it. Sylvanas will finally answer for her crimes. Champions, to my side.
Look at you. The boy's playing soldier.
Our king just routed your army.
Muzzle your dog, Your Majesty.
Sylvanas Windrunner, you have led the Horde to a place without honor. Lordaeron is ours. It's over.
Your father would be so proud. Is that his? You've gotten it all bloody.
Only one of us wanted this war.
You call for peace when it suits you, little lion. But you're quick enough to kill.
I should have killed you when last we met.
How rude, sister. You're a guest in my home.
Your home? You desecrate that throne with your filth!
Enough!
You put the torch to Teldrassil. But I failed those who burned. I will not make that mistake again. Surrender. Or die.
You've won nothing.
Your legend grows. By the might of the Alliance, our enemies see only defeat.
Champion, an urgent war council is underway. Your presence is requested in Stormwind Keep.
is quite strange that... I mean... I vaguely remember that last scene. I think I saw it before, but the thing is, I'm not sure if I saw it while playing the game or I saw it like in a YouTube video or something. And it is strange that I don't remember the battle itself. But then yeah, it's been a very long time since... I mean, I had a more than a year of break, so I haven't played the game for more than a year. But of course, this is older than a year. I think it's yeah, significantly older than a year. Of course, this is from before Shadowlands. But I'm still like, I was playing, you know, Shadowlands, and played Shadowlands for quite a while. So I'm surprised that I don't remember it while leveling at least. Or something. Character could have died. But yeah, if like yeah, if I get the quest for this prison break and what have you, then yeah, I'll pick the... I've seen this before. I'm not even sure I want to level in.
Everyone is here.
BFA general.
What news do you bring, Spy Master?
Recently, Horde agents broke into the stockades and freed 2 Zandalari prisoners. A princess and a prophet.
And where? What of the 8 warships we sent in pursuit?
Only one returned. Survivors say they encountered strange and terrifying magics. And a massive Zandalari fleet.
Impossible! It's one of Sylvanas' tricks! It has to be.
Jaina, perhaps you could help us see what this survivor has witnessed.
It's a simple enough spell, provided the subject is cooperative. Show us. Show us what happened.
If the Horde makes allies of the Zandalari, we won't have the power to stop them.
Then we must make allies of our own. My people command the most powerful navy in all of Azeroth. If I could bring Kultiris back into the Alliance...
Jaina, you're the reason they left the Alliance.
And dealing with that is the only hope we have of bringing them back.
I believe it is. And I believe you can. It will be difficult. And dangerous.
I will return with the fleet. Or not at all.
Be careful, Jaina. Light be with you.
Yeah, I remember this quite well. And I think, I don't know, I think the stream is... I'm not sure, something is very wrong. But yeah, I'll stick for a bit, maybe until I see like there's...
Sometimes we must fight for what we believe in.
I have to skip or whatever.
Be vigilant. You are always welcome in Stormwind.
I must prepare my ship. Champion, meet me in the harbor when you are ready to depart.
So, Gen, how are your sea legs?
Steady as ever.
Take a 7th Legion vessel along as an escort. Secure a base of operations in Kultiris. Our plan must not fail. And please, look after Jaina.
As you wish.
Yeah, I definitely I'm going to skip the like whatever option they have, because I've done this quest like enough times that I haven't forgotten it. Like I forgot this. I don't know why I forgot this battle for Lordaeron, but yeah, but this one, no, I haven't forgotten this one. I remember there's like a prison break, and is it Flynn? Oh my god, I'm like, if that's his name, the dude that I do the quest with, I would be shocked that I still remember his name. That's like how many times I've done that.
We cannot let the world fall to darkness.
Yeah, here it is. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna skip.
A single spark can set the world aflame.
Thanks for the lift, Tay. I'll report to the old man.
Oh my god, his name is Flynn. I still
What's
remember him. He's one of the memorable characters, to be fair. Like one of the few memorable characters in World of Warcraft. At least for those who played BFA. Yeah. What? Oh my god! Oh my god! I know, I remember something! I remember I've never gotten, what's the word? I've never gotten this achievement of flying in BFA, guys! Oh my god, finally! I can fly in BFA! Oh my god! Woof! I'm quite happy. The reason I'm so excited and happy is because I like, you know, saving time. Like, I don't know why. I'm not sure why I kept playing in BFA for a while, like not in other places I can fly. I'm not sure why, but I think maybe because the dungeons were popular, or maybe because I haven't done everything. Like I haven't seen all the regions completely, so I kept returning to BFA to try to do like regions that I haven't finished and stuff. Ah, no, now I remember. It's because I wanted to get the flying. Yes, I wanted to get flying in BFA because it was the only zone I haven't achieved flying in. Like I achieved flying in, I got the flying achievement for Shadowlands, and to be fair, that was like one of the easiest ones to get. So yeah, I got flying for like all the regions except the BFA region. What are the? Let me just read. Kultiras is home to many griffins. One will accompany you into the skies. Visit Layla Stafford at the Tradewind Market in Colorado. Okay, yeah. Wow, that is awesome, man. So what is this place called? It's Kultiras, yeah. And then there's Kultiras. Ah, yeah, Nazjatar, Mechagon. I know nothing. I know nothing of Mechagon. Just nothing. I don't know anything about that place. I think I've been here. Stormsong Valley, Drustvar. Yeah, I think I've seen like most of like if not all, maybe all of Drustvar, or yeah, I think all of it. Yeah, all of it probably. And Tiragard Sound too. I think I've done all of it. And probably Stormsong Valley too. Nazjatar, I don't think I've finished like everything in it, and Mechagon, nothing. I probably have been there once, but I've done nothing in Mechagon. But yes, I visited the Nazjatar. And then what else do we have? There is this is yeah, this is my favorite, to be honest. I like this the most. There's some quite memorable quests there that I like. Zandalar, that's, yeah, there we go. So we have the Kultiras for the Alliance, I think, or also I think I think the Horde has like some quests here too, and we probably, yeah, we have some in Zandalar, but that's like end game or something. Yes, I remember now. I did a lot of quests. I think I did everything. Yeah, I think I did a lot of horde questing here to unlock some of the horde races, you know, out of curiosity and stuff. I remember Vol'dun and Zuldazar and Nazmir. Yep, I remember these places. But despite I came so close, and that's why I'm so happy. It's because I came so close, but yeah, but I couldn't like really unlock it. So so every time I came to Kultiras or Zandalar for anything, you know, anything like old quests or transmogrification or what have you, I always had to keep riding, you know, on the ground, like ground mount. It's like so annoyed I couldn't fly there. So it's awesome to be able to fly there. So there's the only place I can't fly now is basically the new yeah, the Dragon Isles. This is the only place I can't fly, and I don't know anything about it. I think I just landed. I landed and did a few quests, and that's it on my evoker. So there's just so much I don't know about, of course, about the Dragon Isles. But yeah, I wanted to level my Demon Hunter because Demon Hunter is in a good place this patch. So I mean, if I want to balance like tanking and DPS, is a very good class. So yeah. And I think he's the only class. He's the only class. Like Demon Hunter is probably, or one of the very few classes I haven't gotten to level 60, at least on this round. So yeah, it's awesome to be able to fly. I don't know actually. I mean, I don't know if I'll level here or not. I was just curious about that quest that I didn't know. But am I going to level here? I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of excited about flying, to be honest. Oh wait, I don't know how like I should probably I should be able to get the regions. Where are? Oh, here it is. Oh, hold on. I wonder if there's like another one for. Yeah, this is not. So it's only for this. But I think there was like I don't know from where to buy them, but I think there was similar things to buy to. Yeah. So now I have these maps. But I don't know. Yeah, I've been here, but I haven't been in any other. But I think there is. Yeah, I think there is something that I can buy to get like all the flight. Is there? I don't know. Actually, now that I think of it, I'm not sure. But I vaguely remember there was something you could buy that gets all the flight paths and stuff, and also for Kultiras probably, but I don't know from where to get it. But I'm not sure where I'll level up, to be honest. I'll think about it. And the stream is still a little bit, you know, like a few hiccups here and there. It's also my ping isn't so great, so I'll just restart the stream, guys, as quickly as possible. So consider it, yeah, instead of an on-stream break of 10 minutes, just an off-stream break of 10 minutes. God willing, I'll be back in about 10 minutes, maybe less, but let's say 10 minutes. And hopefully, you know, the stream will be in a better shape. No drop frame, because like way too many drop frames, and now the bars are red again. Yeah, definitely something wrong with the connection. I'll just reset it, and hopefully things will be fine. Until then, so just in a while, I'll see you hopefully in just a few minutes, guys. Until then, stay safe, rational, intelligent, and question almost everything. Remember our brothers and sisters in Palestine and Gaza in your prayers and good wishes, please. Thank you.